Good evening and welcome to Hungary Report, Station of Public Media M1's foreign language news hour. I'm Csenge Gabriella Iboya with today's news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin. Let's begin. Dozens of people caught the coronavirus at a countryside house party. What's more, we know that more than 120 have been placed in official home quarantine after contact research. The pandemic situation here in Hungary is favorable for the time being, but this case also proves how easily the infections can flare up again.
The streets are quiet in Híradó. Those who can stay at home. The coronavirus has made its way to the settlement. The deputy mayor told M1 that though there is no panic, everyone is being careful. Two families took part in a family get-together in a Trans-Danubian city. Several individuals were then infected. A family in Híradó noticed the symptoms as well. He immediately turned to a doctor. This is how they were able to prevent an infection cluster from formulating in the city. István Sőrés explained. According to unverified information, the family gathering was in Sopron. As the guest list included individuals who were not locals, the virus made its way to other regions of the country as well. The National Public Health Center confirmed 11 cases of coronavirus tied to this incident in Győr-Moson-Sopron County, and correspondingly another 3 cases in Vas County, meaning a total of 36 individuals were infected over the course of one evening. Based on personal encounters mapped out by pandemic experts, a total of 127 individuals came into physical contact with those who were infected, which means that's how many people are in quarantine right now due to a single event. Although the number of people confirmed to be infected with the coronavirus has increased in recent days, overall the data shows that measures taken have been successful in combating the coronavirus. This is what the minister in charge of the Prime Minister's office spoke about on Kossuth Radio's Sunday program. We can see that if no one brings the virus into Hungary from abroad, and if rules and regulations stay as they are, the number of cases can remain low in comparison to European numbers, Gergely Gulyás said. Gergely Gulyás added that if everyone adheres to the precautions, the number of infections in Hungary cannot surge, as it has in other countries.
The Visegrad Four achieved a huge success by being able to fight for and get more money at the EU summit than the amounts proposed by the European Commission. This is what the leading analyst of the 21st Century Institute spoke of to M1.
This is a huge achievement for both Hungary and the Visegrad Four countries. The press conference, where the Hungarian Prime Minister and the Polish Prime Minister spoke about the results of the EU summit, was symbolic. This already shows that both Poland and Hungary are the engines behind the Visegrad Four, with interest in making this Central European cooperation even stronger.
Today is Roma Holocaust Remembrance Day. From the 2nd to the 3rd of August 1944, more than 3,000 Roma were killed by SS soldiers in the Auschwitz death camp. Although the exact data are not yet available, historians estimate the number of Roma victims of the crisis in Hungary are between 5 and 70,000. Today we commemorate these victims.
Matilda Ruzsicska született 1893-ban.
Public figures, artists and civilians read the names of the victims of the Roma Holocaust in the capital, at Nehru Bank. The readers constantly alternate in front of the microphone.
Körülbelül 12,000 neve.
We read around 12,000 names. The names were collected from the Auschwitz, Lety and Jasenovac concentration camps, Mariette Herford said. Those who wish to pay their respects gathered at the memorial of the Roma Holocaust, which symbolizes a crematorium. This is what this day should be about. On the anniversary of the Roma Holocaust, we should stop and look back to learn from the past, Attila Stoika explained. Exactly 76 years ago, on August the 2nd, some 3,000 Roma individuals were murdered by Nazi soldiers at the Auschwitz-Birkenau camp. Roma victims of the Holocaust are remembered on this day worldwide since 1972. According to the Deputy Director of the National Roma Council, it is very important that younger generations get acquainted with the horrible events of the past at such commemorations. What happened 76 years ago shouldn't happen again, and we need to draw the attention of the younger generation to this, as they can't even imagine the horror of what has occurred, László Farkas said. Though to this day, the data is not entirely precise. According to historians, the Hungarian Roma victims of the Holocaust number between 5 to 70,000.
The court ordered the arrest of 12 people in the case of the street fiasco in Híradó. On Thursday night, two families got into a fight with one another at a gas station. They attacked each other with sticks, knives and stones. Although the clash lasted barely 5 minutes, one person died of his injuries and several were hospitalized in a serious condition. The suspects have appealed, but the decision is still enforceable. For now, it looks like they'll all be behind bars for at least a month. And another tragedy has occurred at Balaton. A 55-year-old man has drowned on Saturday at Balatonkenese. According to our information, he went for a swim and was not seen after that. He happens to be the fourth person who has died in the waters of the Balaton this year. Only last week, 2 people lost their lives. Lifeguards working around the lake ask and warn everyone about being cautioned when deciding to take a dip in the Hungarian Sea.
Despite the heat, many people decided to go fishing in Balatonkenese on Sunday. It is forbidden to go into the water at the fishing section assigned to them. This rule was broken by the 55-year-old man who lost his life yesterday. He came to fish, but in the heat he decided to jump into Lake Balaton. He couldn't swim out to shore. His fishing partner notified the water police. The man's body was found in an hour. The rescue group's leader says only professionally trained lifeguards can jump after a drowning person. Others can help from the shore. It could be a plastic jug or a device near us that we throw in and can keep the distressed person afloat by clinging to it or by throwing a long rod or even a rope. The rescue team's leader explained. The technique of restitution is taught by the staff of the Hungarian Youth Red Cross. They walk the beaches of the Balaton coast to draw attention to the dangers of natural waters. Bathers often jump into water with a heated body, which almost shocks the body. It can cause cramps, heart rhythm disturbances, or even cardiac arrest. Special attention should also be paid to small children in the heat. You need to sprinkle them with water gently so that they can get used to the cold water. Sometimes bathers fall asleep on their air mattress, and by the time they wake up, they've already been swept away by the flow of the water. Drunk bathing and jumping into shallow water are also quite dangerous. According to experts, the number of water incidents has steadily increased since April, the beginning of the fishing season, which may even double during beach season. Children and the chronically ill should be given the most attention, but as they say, water is a risk factor in all cases, so everyone needs to be cautioned.
What can you do if you wish to spend your summer holiday with your four-legged best friend? Tiszafüred can be a good choice, as the capital of Lake Tisza not only has dog-friendly accommodation, but also has the only dog beach in the eastern part of the country. Mancos Poncholo awaits owners and their canine family members in a beautiful natural environment. And a special summer program for families and groups of friends can be a holiday cruise on the Tisza and the Bodrog. 10 ships await those at the Mahart spaceport in Tokaj. Depending on the size, 6, 8 or 10 people can be accommodated on a boat, which also has a bathroom and a kitchen. And that's all for now, but don't forget you can catch Hungary Reports every night after 11 o'clock news and online as always. Do stick around and watch our German, Russian and Chinese language news. Thank you for watching and have a lovely evening.